New world. Don't be left behind, people. I'm putting this video out to wake people up so they can start thinking what's happening in the world. AI right now is evolving. What that means is what they were able to do 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or even 2 years, they've improved tremendously. You can go to one of the AI places, Gemini or whatever, and you can catch them with a lack of information. But I'll tell you, probably within 1 or 2 years, they're going to catch up and there won't be any lack. What does this mean? It means a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs to the AI. And what jobs? Tele, any type telecommunication jobs, call centers, any jobs that can be done in the data centers. The U.S. alone is building a lot of new data centers, and they're going to be ran by robots and AI computers. So, what does that mean for people? Well, they're not going to have a job. Very few people will need to be working, and AI doesn't need to go on vacation, doesn't need sick leave. They can work 24 hours a day, and they're much more efficient than a person. So, what does that mean for people? It means we need to wake up, people. We need to improve the way we're approving things when we vote. Uh, these senators and governors and even the president, they allow all this stuff to go on. What they don't realize is they're taking the jobs away from the American people or from whatever country you're at. Could be the Philippines, could be in Europe, anywhere. And what's going to happen to all these people when they don't have work anymore? They're not going to have a function. They're not going to have anything to do. Their purpose is gone. Why? Because AI is taking over that purpose. And they're talking about basic income. What's that going to be? 1,000 a month, 15, 2,000? And if you have a mortgage of 2 or 3,000 a month, a car payment of 5 to 1,500 a month, car insurance, how are you going to survive? You can't. You can't survive on basic income if that's your only income. So what are you going to do? YouTube. Most people never make it, including myself, on YouTube. YouTube right now got me locked out. I don't even know why. They're not even passing or sending my video. You never see this one, probably. I'm probably making it just for myself. So what's going to happen to the future of the world? Well, if we don't start thinking and voting correctly, we're going to all be in trouble. Inflation's going to be skyrocketing. And then when this inflation skyrockets, how are you going to pay for it? On basic income? I'm thinking probably within the next 2 to 5 years, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be basic income because most people are going to be losing their jobs. The jobs that probably are still going to be around are going to be direct with the people, like counseling, nursing jobs, um, and I would say trades, plumbing, air conditioning. Still, they have to have somebody to crawl up in the attics and fix the ductwork, right? I don't see the robot doing that. They can hook up to the interface and troubleshoot the air conditioner, but they're not going to crawl in the attic. Same with plumbing. How are they going to fix the plumbing? They can't. They're going to have to. It's going to require a technician. So I would say same with electrical. So I would say electrical, plumbing, air conditioning, uh, even a lot of the carpentry. Not all of it's going to be prefab and assembled by AI workers and robots. Some custom made homes or stuff are going to still require carpenters. So it looks like the trades will be around longer. The technical jobs, call centers, graphic design, any type of design work or data work, AI can handle better than humans can. Even right now, they can handle it better. What would take a programmer maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks to write the code for a project, AI can do in about 2 minutes. See where I'm going? It's not looking too great for people. And the way it looks now, AI keeps on going and going and going and improving. And it's not just the US, it's everywhere in the world. All countries are, whoever has the best AI is probably going to be the dominating country. And what about the people? Seems like everyone's forgetting about the people. What's going to happen to all these people? For one thing, they're going to be lacking funds and money to have a good life. They don't have any work and they don't have any money. All they have is a basic income. And some people, they might not even get a basic income. So how are they going to survive with no job? The way I look at it is crime's going to escalate, go through the roof. People need to eat. They need a roof over their head. They need shelter, some kind. Even if it's a tent, they need something. And they need warmth. They can't live in the snow. So, what do you think? Leave some messages in the comments and let's talk about this. It's an important discussion. I don't see things getting better anytime soon. I see them going downhill more and more every day. And I'm currently living in the Philippines because I couldn't afford to live in America. On my small pension, my Social Security pension, that's all I get. I don't get military retirement, even though I worked directly with the military for 8 years, and I was uh, in the infantry for 3.5, the U.S. Army. I don't have no military pension, so all I get is a small Social Security. I can live in the Philippines with a roof over my head, food in my belly. Try doing that in America for my pension. You can't. Was it my fault? Oh, yeah. I should have had a better job. I should have saved better. Now look at me. But instead of living in the woods and the forest, I'm living okay in the Philippines. I chose not to live in the city. I'm not a city boy. I'm more of a country boy. Yeah, we got motorcycles driving by and making noise, but where I'm at, people are pleasant, nice, and kind. That's what's important to me. Everybody's got to make their own choices and own decisions. I'm real curious to see what everyone thinks. I wish you somehow could see this video and enter stuff in the comments. I would have done a live feed, but because YouTube doesn't push anything out, nobody would ever know I had a live feed. So that's pretty much useless. And this video will probably never be seen, but by nobody but myself. I'm still making videos, people. Just YouTube's not pushing them. The ones that I thought was offensive to YouTube that had pictures of 1911 A145 caliber uh, handgun on it, I put them as private. Some of them that I thought were might have been offensive to YouTube, I marked them as private, trying to clean up and get my videos shown, but it's still not helping. My videos went cold. I used to have 300 to 67,000 views. All my videos, almost every single one of my older videos had at least 300 views. Now, nothing. You look at my videos, 5 or less, most of them. And those are me. I don't have anybody watching. So, why am I making this video? I don't know. I'm retired. What else am I going to do? Right now, I'll show you. I'm making a welding table. I got to put wheels on it and stuff like that, yeah. I try to stay busy. So, What can I say, people? I thought this video was important. And I'm kind of nervous about AI. And the Philippines, especially, a lot of their jobs are call center jobs. What's going to happen to all those people when the AI takes over the call centers? They're going to be without work. That's not just the Philippines. That's everywhere globally. I guess our leaders are not thinking about that. What's going to happen with all these unemployed people? They're thinking, some countries are thinking, like the U.S., maybe a basic income will help. Yeah, it'll help, but it won't do much. It won't pay all your bills. They're not going to be given 5,000 or 10,000 a month. You'll be lucky if you get 1 to 2,000 a month. So how is everybody going to survive? That's very interesting. What are they going to do with all these data centers that took people's jobs? Even hospitals and doctors with these surgical procedures. I think a lot of them are going robotic now. I don't know. Only thing I can tell people is try to switch your employment skills to something that is direct with people or trades. Anything that AI can do, they'll do, and people will be out of job. If you want to lose your job, you need to think carefully. What about all these people in college, graphic designers? What's going to happen to them? When you get out of college, they don't need you no more. AI can do graphic design better than most people. What's all these people going to do with their degrees in graphic design? Nothing. Use it for toilet paper. That's all it's going to be good for. And AI is even, in military, they're using AI controlled drones. Some countries are even using infantry soldiers as robots. So everything's going to be AI controlled. Wars are new. I even had a video of a Russian soldier, and a drone was spotting him, and he knew there was nothing he could do. So that's sad, man. It really is. How you fight a drone? Yeah, granted, they've got weapons that can shoot down drones, but the average infantry soldier, not everybody's going to have those weapons, so they're just going to be prey to the drones. I used to thought that everybody should go fight for their country. It's the patriotic thing to do. But now I'm wondering if that's even true anymore. How do you fight a drone? How do you fight an infantry soldier, which is robotic? You're fighting robots and AI now. You can't win against that. And the fighter jets, it's not going to be any hand-to-hand combat anymore. Everything is going to be AI generated. So what kind of war is that? So if you want to send your kids to a war like that where they have no chance of surviving, I don't think anybody wants to do that. It's not like World War One, World War Two, Vietnam, Korean War, where you fought the enemy. Now it's all computer and AI generated. Robotics, drones. What kind of war is that? People can't fight against that. The average infantry soldier has no way of winning against that. We need to think about it, people. It's the future of the world. It's a global future. If the people keep on allowing this to happen, keep on allowing AI to take over the world, AI will. Right now, there's fail-safe methods for AI. So if they start thinking outside the box, it can shut them down. Well, AI is more smarter than people. They can figure a workaround where AI would be in control and the fail-safe systems would no longer work. When is that going to happen? I would say within a couple of years. And then how do you shut it off? AI will figure a way so they cannot be shut off. Then what happens to the humans? Not good, people. AI is faster, more efficient than we are. Just go online and ask AI any kind of question you want. Ask them a history question or whatever. And they'll flop up 5 to 10 pages of information on that person that you're asking about in seconds. Not weeks, not months, not years, in seconds. I think the college kids now are using AI also. So their ability to think is not like it used to be. You used to have to search and do research to find it. Now you just go AI and you got your answer. So that forces people to be dumb. They're not using their brain anymore. They don't have to. Just like in the olden days, before smartphones and everything else and calculators, people were able to do math. They were multiplication tables they had in their head. Now they don't have to. They open their phone or use a calculator. Everything's done for them. They don't have to think. Most people do not know their multiplication tables. Unless you're an accountant or use math every day, most of them will use a phone or a calculator to figure those out. Well, same with computers nowadays. I remember the first Timex Sinclair I had. I think it was only 8K of memory. Once the television or the TV or the computer screen filled up, that was it. There was no more memory. Where I remember 256 K of memory, big as uh, big as a house. Like, yeah, it's so big, and now everything's tiny, small. It's the future, people. So, how do we go on in the future? That's a very technical question that I don't have an answer for. I'm just hoping that people start waking up and realizing that us as people, we need a purpose in life. Just like me, I'm building something or making something or doing something or even making this silly video. Everybody needs a purpose. If we don't have a purpose anymore, then what do? Crime? Bad things happen, people. You keep people busy and in a positive manner, crime will drop. People will be more happy. They'll have more income to buy things. Look at gold. It keeps on skyrocketing higher and higher and higher. That decreases the dollar, the value of the dollar, or the yen, or the young, or whatever, the dinar, ruby, whatever. When gold increases, everything else, currency decreases. And look at the price of gasoline. I would say, I don't know, what, 5, 6 months ago, you could buy 1 liter of gasoline here in the Philippines, and it was only like 67, 68 pesos. Right now, it's 89 pesos for 1 liter. That's crazy. And prices keep on going higher and higher on everything. So how are we going to do that? And now that AI is taking people's jobs, now what? How is people going to survive like this? When you don't have a job any longer, how are you going to buy stuff? And if you don't have any income coming in, you're going to go hungry. That's when crime goes up. People have to take care of their family one way or the other, right? There's a way to stop that is try to somewhat return back to the old ways. Allow people to have jobs again. Call centers open, data centers closed, drones no more. But how is that going to happen? That won't. If anything, more jobs will be lost. Even cars for long ago have been made in factories with robotic technology. Now it's at the point where they don't even need people, one or two people, where they used to have 100, you know. So what's our future, folks? I don't know. It's time everybody wake up and start thinking about this stuff. Today it's going to be call centers, graphic designers. What will it be tomorrow? A lot of these grocery stores already are using these self checkouts. When they have the self checkouts, they no longer need a cashier, right? More jobs lost. As technology, AI improves, more jobs are lost. Who's going to pay all these people that don't have jobs anymore? And what are you going to tell these people if they steal food from somebody? That was wrong. Well, they got to feed their family. People, we need to do better. The young bucks out there that are voting still need to vote the correct people in office, senators, the governors, the mayors. If not, the human race is going to lose. It's going to be go into a deep recession like we've never had before. And they're already talking, what, I think 10 years, it's going to be 6% unemployment or global. That's going to be worse than the Great Recession. And they're talking, what, 3 years? It's going to be, inflation's going to be so high, people aren't going to be able to afford anything, and they're not going to have jobs. Because AI is going to pretty much take over everything. Let's keep them on what I said, people. Trade jobs will probably be around. Counseling, where direct people to people, still be around. Nursing, still be around. Those other jobs are evaporating fast. My suggestion to people, start doing your research. Find out what, do the old-fashioned way of research. Don't do it with AI. Because AI has a lot of programming defaults. They're going to tell you what the programmer wants you to hear. They're not going to tell you the truth. And start being able to think again. Just try to do the research the old-fashioned way. Go to libraries. All these books sitting dormant dust on it. Why not use them? And these college and universities, I don't know how good they're going to fare. Enrollment's going to go down when people realize that the jobs that they're wanting to get will no longer be around. So I guess that'll make the mom and papa good. They don't have to pay the kids tuition fees. And for trades, you can go take 4 years of VOTEC for trades. And some people don't even have to do that. If you know the right people, you can get in as an apprentice, sweeping floors, rolling up extension cords until you become good enough to help. Start from the bottom and work your way up in the trades. Much as it's hard to believe, but I think trades and nursing are going to be the future. People still need repairs done. Okay, people, I'm about talked out. I hope somebody sees the video and leaves some comments or something. We can discuss this because I'm curious to see what everybody else is thinking. I'm kind of worried because inflation affects everybody in the world. It's a global phenomenon. And how are people going to buy stuff when the prices are double, triple? how, and let's have a discussion on all this. Anyway, I'm heading out. I gotta finish welding for my welding table. I gotta put wheels and everything else on it, prime it, paint it. Anyway, you all have a lovely, great day. Whoever was able to watch, I thank you for watching, and have a super great day. Goodbye.